this video is for if you intend to relocate out of your country in future, be it Canada or anywhere. You need to watch this video. If you have already relocated to Canada or anywhere, well, let me say Canada alone, because that's where I am in presently, and I haven't relocated before. This is my first time of living permanently in another country. I've been to other countries and I've lived there 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, but here is permanent. So if you are here and you intend to get a job, I just want to tell you about my first experience at my first job interview here in Canada. So if you plan on relocating out of your home country in the near future, you need to learn how to do a lot of research. You need to learn how to network, how to meet people, how to initiate a conversation. Prior to now, I wasn't the kind of person that could initiate a conversation. I'm always in my shell. I'm an introvert and I'm an extremely shy person. But I had to learn how to put myself out there, how to network, how to talk to people when you're in a gathering that you don't know anyone. So I consciously made that effort to come out of my shell, and I'm not there yet. I'm still work in progress, and I believe I will get there someday. So when you are relocating to another country, you need to do a lot of research. Everybody that knows me knows that before I was qualified to relocate to Canada, I already did a lot of research. I joined different forums. I'm talking about from way back in 2015. I've been doing my research. My close friends, my circle of friends, they know me that anytime we talk, 5-10 minutes into the conversation, I'm already talking about Canada, because that was what I desire. That was what I was working towards. I wasn't qualified, but I learned about all the things I need and I worked towards it. Although with the help of God, if God did not approve it 100%, I won't be here today. So all thanks to God for that. But as a person and as an individual, you need to put in a lot of work in your research if you want to do anything. So let me quickly talk about my interview experience first. So my interview experience, I got it through networking. Someone told me about it and I applied. I was called for a Zoom. What's the name of that app? The second app apart from Zoom, Team or something like that. So I was invited for an interview and I went to the interview room. I showed you a clip in my last video. So they told me to take an assessment. There were lots of people in that room. So they will check your profile. If you don't have a profile with them, they will take your information, tell you to take an assessment test. Then you come back to the room. If you pass, they will send you another link to take the next assessment. And if you did not pass, they will tell you to take the test some other time and join back using that same link and password, I think. So I did that and I passed the first assessment. The second one, I passed it also, and I was moved to the main interview. So my problem was at that main interview, I wasn't ready for that interview. Number one, my laptop, I didn't have my resume on my laptop. I know, right? I didn't have my resume on my laptop. I only had it on my phone, my iPhone. And I've been applying for jobs, but not actively applying because I was looking for a remote job because of my second son. I'll be telling you all about it later. He will be starting kindergarten after the summer. So we're thinking that my husband should get a permanent job. Then I will get a remote job. In about 6 months' time, he will be starting proper school, you get. So then I can now look for a full-time, maybe an on-site job also. So I didn't have my resume on my laptop. So when the first thing the interviewer asked me was, send me your resume, and I was taking a lot of time. I was having challenges sending my resume. The laptop I'm using right now is very, very old. I think we had a lot of things saved on it, so the memory is very slow. So I couldn't upload my resume. I had to send a message to my husband to quickly come downstairs and help me out. So when my husband was helping me out, I didn't mute my audio, so the interviewer could hear me talking to my husband, and she asked me, oh, you are not supposed to be there with someone. You are in an interview. So I kept quiet. Instead of explaining, I kept quiet, because what I'm used to from back home, you don't argue with your interviewer. So I got to know later when I told somebody about the next day I met someone and I was teaching her about my first interview, and she told me that, oh, you should have told her that you were having challenges sending your CV. That's why you told your husband to help you out, that you weren't there with him. So that one already destabilized me. In fact, I couldn't upload my CV and send to her before the interview. She had to tell me that, oh, send it to me later. Let's do the interview, but make sure the person with you is not there with you again. So I told my husband to go. My husband wasn't showing in the video, but she could hear his voice. So I already knew maybe I won't get the job, because after that incident I wasn't settled and I couldn't answer the questions properly. So when I got the mail about not proceeding to the next stage, I wasn't so mad. So that's how my first interview went. So to the remaining talks, if you are planning to relocate to this part of the world, you need to learn how to mingle with people. You need to learn how to ask people for help. You will definitely need help. And when you get the help or the advice that people are giving you, different people have different advice when they want to advise you. It's left to you to feed out, to dissect the advice and pick out the one that will be useful to you. At the end of the day, you will be the one responsible for your own actions. So, and all the people giving you advice, they mean well, they don't mean bad. They are talking based on their own experience. So you should know that they mean well. For them to even advise you in the first place, they mean well. Some will tell you don't need to get the small job first. You need to aim high. You need to, for all these big jobs, it's good. But you need to be realistic when you are writing your short-term and your long-term goals. Yes, those are the things I did when I got here. I was already thinking about it for my country, but when I got here, the first few days, I had to settle down and reflect. What do I want to do? Is it realistic? How long will it take me to get there? So if you've learned one or two things from this video, please support me by clicking on the subscribe button down below, and please also leave a thumbs up. And if you are led by the Spirit, you can leave me a comment in the comment section. I will really love to hear from you. I'm always very, very excited when I get one subscriber. You don't know how happy I always am anytime I see that, oh, someone has subscribed to my channel. I will catch you guys later.